Good morning. This is Caleb with Safety Connections for the week of October 7th. Our topic is recognized versus unrecognized hazards. There are many hazards in our workplaces and at home that can cause great harm if we are exposed to them. So much time, effort, and money is spent by companies to train their employees to be able to recognize hazards in an attempt to prevent injuries from occurring in the workplace. While it is often thought that new employees of a company may not understand the hazards on the job or most risk for injury, a case can also be made for those experienced employees who have become compliant with the hazards of their own work. A question to consider: what are the more dangerous, the more hazards we recognize, or the ones that we do not recognize? The danger of unrecognized hazards can be a huge risk of injury on the job. Failure to be able to recognize these hazards can result in exposure to every employee in the work area being harmed. A significant goal in return for time spent discussing safety in the workplace is to improve the employee's ability to recognize all these hazards. Maybe even throwing in some recognition if they recognize hazards and bring it to supervisors. That being said, it is important to consider those employees who've been on the job a long time and recognize the hazards of their work, but may not be able to take necessary action to mitigate the hazards due to becoming compliant or comfortable with the risks associated with them. Compliancy with the recognized hazards of our work. Workers in their positions for a long time understand the majority of the hazards that their work can do to them. Experienced workers have sat through countless hours of safety training, going over stuff with maintenance, possibly supervisors. But however, this can also experience compliancy towards taking risks for these workers. Those employees been on the job for a long time can also be desensitized to the gravity of the hazards around them, as in they're just so used to it that it doesn't cross their mind, but always speak up and say something. Work around hazards for a long period of time without any negative consequences occurring can create a false sense of security, which can lead to an employee being more willing to put themselves in the line of fire. This is often the case when time pressures or pressure for production, even if it is just self-imposed pressure, are present. The summary of this is necessary to be able to recognize the hazards of your work. From there, you can take action, protect yourself and your coworkers around you. When you clock into work, you gotta think, everybody wants to go home at the same time. So make sure everybody's safe around you. And always avoid taking shortcuts during your work. Sometimes shortcuts can lead to more injuries or machines breaking down or more downtime to put more pressure on yourself. So take all necessary steps to work safely around that particular hazard. And if you see something, say something. Have a good week.